Hey guys, what's going on? This is Pixie Wants to Battle, or Pixie the Bug, whatever you want to call me. Um, you probably don't know me as Pixie Wants to Battle, but if you do, that or don't, that's my name on used to be my name on Twitch. But yep, this is my daily desktop view. That's from my dog. She threw it downstairs, and then the cats, believe it or not, the cats started eating it. But I usually always end up showing you guys that, so why not? That's Chica. Just kind of vibing. But today I thought I'd kind of talk to you about something that I did yesterday, and I was very proud of it. And you're seeing my wall. That's my wall. But specifically I wanted to show you this. These are my necklaces, as you can guess. But a lot of my viewers are guys, which is fine. So if you have a girlfriend or a friend who is a girl or a wife or whatever, and she has a lot of necklaces, and they just kind of, like mine were literally right there yesterday. And I was trying to figure out, ignore that, that's allergy medicine. That was where all my necklaces were. And they were in like this huge jumbled mess. Like, terrible. And so the other day I was sitting here and I was trying to clean my desk. Yeah, you could see how far I got with that. But I was trying to clean my desk. And I was trying to think of a way of what to do with my jewelry, because I don't like jewelry boxes for some reason. I had a really pretty one, and I think I gave it to my niece. That's how much, I don't know. I didn't like it. So, anyway, I cross-stitch quite a bit. Now, if you don't know what this material is called Ada cloth. It sells at Walmart for like, I don't know, $5 or $6. It's used for cross-stitching. Your girlfriend or whoever, friend, might even know what it is. But it's $6. It's in the craft section, and it usually comes in a pretty big roll. So, I mean, this piece of tape, as you can see, isn't that, not tape, sorry, cloth, isn't that big. So you can tell that, you're not going to need much of it. But you can put in, as you can see, quite a bit necklaces from it. So what I did was I think I still have it somewhere around here. Yeah. I took a basic tool. This is there you go. This is an eyeglasses screwdriver. You get them in those containers that they give you for your glasses where you, like, to fix them. And all I did was I took this, and you can see it easily here. I just poked it through one of the holes. These are all holes, by the way. I just poked it through the hole. And then if it didn't work, like if it was too, like you can tell, like some of these are so skinny. Focus! Some of them are so skinny you can't even tell I poked it. Okay, but like this one, for instance. This part of it was too big. Let me see if I... See how much wider that is? So I used a bit of the side of my scissors after. You just go like this and just kind of, poked a hole through. I suggest the smaller side, okay? And then I just poked the necklace through, and it hangs up so nicely. And as you can see, they stay nice and organized. They're not tangled. There's nothing terrible with them. They're just... Why is my camera not focusing? There we go. They're just hanging really nicely. And so, like, I'm not going to show you my mom's, but if you see my mom's, they're hanging on, like, pegs. And they're just all swirled around together. You can see them, but they're just all swirled around together. So that was one of the projects I wanted to do. This is my cat. This is Cinnamon. Excuse my mess. Yeah, one of these days I'll get to it. But one of the things I'm struggling with is I have my fish over here. He's a betta fish. Alright. That's Indian bead. Excuse my mess. I'm in the process of trying to get rid of everything. Well, not everything, but a lot of stuff. But this is the cage he originally came in. And I put him in there because if you get a betta fish from like PetSmart, right? They come in like these stupid cups that aren't very big. But he wasn't doing very well health-wise. So instead of like putting him straight into there, which I didn't have it anyway, but instead of putting him straight into a 5-gallon tank, I put it into here. And that helped him quite a bit. And then I got excited because this is going to be a tree one day, in case you're wondering. Like a blue spruce or something. I can't remember exactly what it was. It was called a Christmas tree kit. And that's Felix from Once Upon a Time. My friend bought it for me for Christmas last year. But anyway, I found this in a Goodwill store, which is basically a Salvation Army for those of you who don't know. And I got really excited because it was one of those things where it was like an aquarium, but like you can see how it has like a tilted thing. It's supposed to have like a special pump that pumps the water around, and it turns into like a beautiful waterfall, which as you can see, it doesn't work. The reason it doesn't work, and I had to dig really hard to find it, is because they didn't give me the pump to that part, and that thing right there is a air filter thing, one of those things that clean your aquarium. And I was sitting there and I was thinking about it, and I was like, I used it, obviously. It works absolutely beautiful. It's called the Whisperer, I think. But, so anyway, you can see that it worked on one side, but for the bettas, you can tell just by looking at it, is filthy and disgusting. So, what I'm in the process of doing is I'm going to take him out and I'm going to put him back into this small cage. And it's not going to be for very long. But then I'm going to clean that out really good, put in some new rocks and refill it out. And I'm going to put that air bubbler back in, that filter thing. And basically, the reason why I went through and told you all of this is because I was wondering, like, what's the point of these? Like, when I was looking into betta fish for a while there, I was told that just putting them in like a cup or something like that was good enough, that they'd be happy. And I'm like, that's really small. But they go smaller. People keep them in like those little cup things they come in. And somebody told me that they're happier in this. Now, the reason I bought this for him was because it was like a step up from that. And I figured that he'd be happier in a much bigger one. And then when he was done, he had like a floating thing where he would just float at the top all day. And I had fixed it using that container. And so I transferred him over there. I figured I'd give it a shot. Because it was a whisper thing, I figured with the extra filtration, the extra air bubbles coming in, he'd be fine. But no matter what I did, I couldn't get it to work. And I realized that it uses a special pump that this didn't come with. So anyway, I'm thinking that what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that middle slash part out, which is just basically like a piece of thing glued in. And I was doing some research, and some people were saying that can actually be toxic. I don't know. So anyway, I'm going to fix that up. Let me know what you think. Is he going to be happier in this? It's a 5-gallon tank. And I heard that 5-gallon is like the best for a single betta fish. But another thing I wanted to ask is, can they have like tank mates? Like, I know that they're fighting fish, so don't think I'm stupid. But sometimes you can take some aggressive fish and put them in a thing with like other aggressive fish. But that's my mom. She's got a nasty head cold. But is this like something I can do with him? Like, I know they're fighting fish and they usually get pretty violent, but like, that was another thing. I thought I could put fish on this side and he'd be fine. But I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this whole tank his. And then when he's set up in there the right way, I think I'm going to put sea monkeys in here. I used to have them as a kid, and they were so stupidly easy to take care of. And I know that they're just brine shrimp, but I've had them over and over again growing up, and I absolutely love them. And what I did was I put them right here in a place like this. It's right next to my window. So they're getting natural sunlight, and then they're getting my regular light. And then algae started to grow. Of course, I was like 10 or 12 at the time. And I heard that this was very healthy for them. So then I just stopped having to feed them because they eat the algae. I don't know, my allergies are messing up. I'm sorry. They always are. Yeah. But I stopped doing that, and then the algae started taking over. And I bought one of those. There's like those little minuscule sea slugs. Is that what they're called? Snails. Because slugs. Never mind. I put them in there, and the next thing I know, there was like 50 in there. So it was obviously pregnant, but I had like 50 in there, and it cleaned the tank up. And then I learned that instead of feeding them that weird food, because I ran out, I could buy them like algae pellets, which was amazing. So yeah, I think I might just do that. So anyway, I haven't posted in a while, which I'm sorry about. I had been posting stuff like haunted stuff, and I wanted to get into that, but I think I'll wait until next Sunday to get into it, because it's going to be a little bit longer than the 3 or 4 minutes I have left here. I'm trying to keep my videos under 15 minutes for you guys. So, I'll talk about that next time, I think. But anyway, just kind of some random stuff that's been floating through my mind. But yeah, here's my crazy room. I'm kind of a hoarder. It's a crazy thing. Well, I had 2 rooms, was the thing. I had 2 rooms, and then my one room got destroyed by, yeah, for those who aren't recognizing it, that's Phantom and Nightmare from Nate Wants to Battle. But I made that. My mom made it, technically, but it's not something you can buy. It's just something I had Mom made. But my room got destroyed, and so everything had to come into here. So I basically have like 2 huge rooms full of stuff into this one room. And so last year I went through a crazy thing where I went through and purged a bunch of stuff out. And then my mom to death. But every time I purged it, my mom would go, okay, we got rid of like 50 things. Let's go shopping. So, yeah, that's the result of that. So, anywho, I'll talk about the other stuff next time, and the haunted stuff next time. And what I'm thinking for the channel next time, maybe. It'll probably be more haunted stuff, but I don't know where I'll go with it. And I'll tell you the reason why later. But anyway, I just wanted to give you an update on what was going through my head and just some ideas. But yeah, isn't that terrible? Look at the difference. Because they say that you don't need filters for fish, but like betta fish. But look at the difference. Like there's it's so gross. So anyway, he's getting moved in here later. I mean, you could tell how clear it is. You can see the stuff on the other side. Bulbasaur. Anyway, I'll post this, and I'll see you guys next week. Have a great week, guys. Much love.